As the interview went on, he bragged about being out on bail for stealing cars, and, in a moment that stunned viewers, he openly confessed to the murder of Shanaz Pistanji.
I didn't even mean to kill the old lady. Oh wow, God. I was trying to get the V from her as a free car, so man could whip it and do 1, 2 things in it. But fam, it went left. Cause she didn't give me the keys, so I yoked her. And then I yoked her and I got the keys.
Idiot thing.
And then the feds came out. I had to caught as soon as they came out. So like, it's an idiot thing.
Yo, don't hang. Hey, would you change what happened?
It is man's take the phone and hang up? That's crazy.
Talking money, nigga, talk about a fast. Shorty be Latina, so I'm throwing up my cash. Shorty got a little clip, we really butterfish. Shorty wanna take a pic, so I will fight it. But I got my legs blonde hair, she's singing on my songs. I'm with my white boy, so he's smoking on the bar.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Glock Gringy in the building, man. Quit playing with him, boy. Today, we're reacting to Toronto's youngest killers. The disturbing story of Kimani Wint. Let's hear Six Tales.
Toronto police are calling it an unprovoked attack that has claimed the life of a woman in her 70s. Investigators say the elderly woman was fatally stabbed while loading her groceries here in this North York Plaza.
Another moving part to this investigation is a video circulating
14-year-old
online that appears to show a masked individual purporting to be the 14-year-old suspect talking about the murder on a live stream.
Broski, I didn't even mean to kill the old lady. Oh wow, God. I was trying to get the V from her as a free car, so man could whip it and do 1, 2 things in it. But fam, it went left.
It went left, eh? It went left, eh?
Toronto's reputation as a safe.
Don't let the beautiful sunshine and towers trick you, okay? This is a dangerous city. This is a dangerous city. Do not come to Canada. Do not come to Canada. I promise you, it's not sweet.
Toronto's reputation as a safe, multicultural city has been taking hits in recent years, with a spike in violent crime, especially among youth. But no case shook the city quite like the story of 14-year-old Kimani Wint. He's accused of stabbing 71-year-old grandmother Shanaz Pistanji to death during a botched carjacking on July 17th of this year. The killing didn't just shatter one family, it ripped through a community already on edge, leaving people wondering how a child could turn into a killer. And then came the part that made this case even darker, Wint's behavior after the fact. No hiding, no remorse. Instead, he flaunted the attention, hopping on interviews, bragging, and almost daring the feds to come get him.
I poked her, I caught, and fam, I wasn't even scared.
Online, the
Yeah, this nigga don't give a fuck, bro. This nigga don't give a fuck.
reaction was explosive. Some comments were in shock. 14 years old, dude is a lost cause, one Redditor wrote. Others took pity on him. It's sad because he's still a little kid, another person wrote. It's sad
little kid, but the eyes of a demon. The eyes of a demon, gang. Don't let the age fool you, gang.
Is a lost cause.
Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes, brother.
On him. It's sad because he's still a little kid, another person wrote. But for me, this story hit way closer to home. A little over a year before the murder, out of nowhere, I got an email from the teen killer himself. He wanted me to make a documentary.
His rap name is KNR. This nigga got no music. The fuck? This nigga ain't got no music, gang. They just know you for the killing. They just know you for the murder, gang. This nigga got no music. What the fuck?
Sweet cheeses, 3 pounds of cheeses.
Damn, that shit look good as fuck though. I ain't gon' cap, bruh.
Oh, that shit look good as fuck, bro. I ain't gon' cap, bro. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out the new music I'm about to drop, gang. I'm about to drop a 3-pack. Make sure you go check that out. All platforms, G44 Izzy, gang.
At the time, I brushed it off, figured it was just another clout-chasing teenager looking for some screen time. I couldn't have known then that this random message was the first chapter in a tragedy that would soon rock the entire city. Kimani Wint's story didn't start in the headlines, it started at home, and it wasn't pretty. People say he grew up in an abusive environment, and in one of the coldest cuts imaginable, his own mom allegedly called him ugly. That kind of thing leaves scars. When home stopped feeling like home, went looking for love and loyalty in the streets, hoping the bros would be the family he never had.
How yo Dukes calling you ugly, bro? They made you, gang. Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Weren't any softer. Crews that claimed to have his back ended up setting him up, filming the beatdowns, later posting them online for clout. The weirdest thing about this, though, is that in those videos, he'd smirk through the punches, almost daring the world to hit harder. That defiance became part of his identity. It wasn't just the streets that pushed him out, school did too. He was expelled from Woodbine Middle School, cutting off another chance at stability. Somewhere in that chaos, he decided he wanted to be a rapper. Under the name KNR, he dropped songs and tried to sell the image of being next up. But the truth, the music wasn't hitting.
Lock me up, they can't handle my rise. In the streets, I'm a beast.
Oh my
Got the fire in my eyes.
Oh,
Shots fired, body drops. Let the op be like the six.
The bars were weak.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Those bars weak as shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Flow was shaky, and in a city stacked with real talent, he was getting clowned on more than listened to. To keep selling that street persona he wanted so bad, Ky-Mani started claiming Toronto's first blood set, the Ardwick Bloods, like it was his crew, waving that red flag for extra clout. But even that came with even more questions. People from the block have since called cap, saying he was really from Kipling, not Ardwick. Even his self-promotion had its quirks. Ky-Mani ran his own website, and it was, I guess you can say...
That's cool, though. That's cool. I respect a man who runs his own website. That's cool, though. I want to start my own website.
Different. Right at the top, he called himself a self-taught rapper with a passion for featuring other artists via rappers, a line that didn't make much sense. Scroll further and you'd find photos of him throwing gang signs, flexing an obviously fake gold watch, and booking options where you can spend $50 to $1,000.
I ain't gonna... This nigga trying to finesse, bro. This nigga trying to finesse.
For a feature.
1,000 bones for a feature? Gang. And you sound like that, bro?
Lock me up, they can't handle my rise. In the streets, I'm a beast. Got the fire in my eyes.
Yeah, you trying to finesse, though. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Or hang out with him for an entire day. Ironically, his biggest numbers had nothing to do with rap. 4 years earlier, at just 10 years old, he uploaded a video called If Elevator Had Trap Music, 1 hour loop, a remix of Kevin MacLeod's Local Elevator. It pulled over 62,000 views, more than most of his rap career combined. It was proof that Wint had always been chasing recognition, even before the streets came into the picture. But that search for belonging, online and in real life, would eventually lead him into a moment that changed lives forever. And to understand just how deep that impact went, you need to know about one of those lives, a woman named Shanaz Pastanji.
The retired geriatric nurse who used to work on the veterans unit at Sunnybrook Hospital went to run some errands and buy groceries at this plaza as she did every Thursday morning. Her husband says he became worried when she did not return home.
Normally I tell her, please take the phone. And she didn't take the cell phone. The cell phone was over here, so I couldn't contact her.
It was 2 hours later when he learned his wife had been stabbed around 9:30 Thursday morning as she was loading groceries into her car in what police now believe was a robbery that escalated into a deadly attack.
The attack.
Before the news alerts and viral clips, there was Shanaz Pastanji, a 71-year-old grandmother who was the...
I ain't gonna lie, for 71... You got it still. For 71, you got it.
...part of her North York neighborhood. She wasn't just a mom of 3 and a grandma of 2. She was the type of person who'd check on her neighbors, drop food off at shelters, and still crack jokes no matter how rough life got. Family was everything to her. She lived for those weekends with her grandkids, especially her 2-year-old granddaughter, and was the rock her daughters, Dina and Yasmin, leaned on through every high and low. Dina says her mom always found joy in everything, even in the hardest times. She made sure everyone was okay before herself. Shanaz had also dedicated decades of her life to caring for others. She'd been a nurse, spending 15 years at Sunnybrook Hospital working in geriatrics and with veterans at the K-Wing, before retiring. On the morning of July 17, 2025, her day started like any other. Her husband, Soli, thought she was just running her usual errands, grabbing groceries at the nearby plazas, maybe stopping by the shoppers at Fairview Mall, and then back home by noon. But noon came and went. She had forgotten her phone, and Soli stayed home just in case she returned. Instead, at around 2 p.m., there was a knock at the door, police officers standing there, ready to deliver news that would shatter his world. Shanaz had been attacked in the Parkway Forest Plaza in what police called an unprovoked assault. As she loaded groceries into her car, a lone masked suspect attempted to steal her car keys. Shanaz put up a fight and, in the struggle, she was stabbed.
Oh, he was trying to steal the whip.
She was left badly injured, and despite being rushed to the hospital, she didn't make it. The news of Shanaz's killing spread like wildfire, not just in her neighborhood but across the city. Social media exploded with shock and disbelief, with many asking how something so brutal could happen to someone so loved. Police presence in Parkway Forest
Come on, nobody's asking that. This shit happens every day, no cap.
Ramped up overnight, but in the streets, the conversation went beyond safety. It was about how one senseless act had taken away a grandmother who embodied the best of Toronto. What followed in the wake of the shocking fatal stabbing was an intense citywide manhunt led by the city's homicide and missing persons unit. Police launched a full-scale investigative response, streamlining videos.
But I ain't gonna lie, the way he posted up on the internet, I don't think it would have been hard to find him. I think it would have been fairly easy.
Surveillance analysis, deploying drone support, sending canine units, and conducting door-to-door canvassing throughout surrounding neighborhoods.
I don't think they had to do all that.
With mounting public concern and a suspect still at large, authorities secured a rare judicial authorization to publicly release the name and photo of the suspect. Then came the bombshell. Police named 14-year-old Kaimani Wint as the suspect. From that moment, the story flipped. Wint disappeared without a trace, leaving family and friends wondering where he'd gone. Investigators zeroed in on the youth's commute habits, noting his frequent use of the TTC, especially having been spotted at Kennedy Station around noon on the day of the attack. Still, that wasn't enough to find the teen. Then, less than 24 hours later, under an Instagram post talking about the murder, Wint dropped a bombshell. He was going live later that night. What followed was the now infamous interview with YouTuber Underground Nation. Wint opened up about his rough upbringing, saying he grew up in Ardwick and looked up to Boulevard Biz.
I think at this point he already knew it's over, so he's just trying to get something out, you know.
Favorite rapper. He also shouted out Brown Boy, Tricks, and 3M French as other artists he listened to heavy. Later, he moved to Parkway, also known as Uptop Don Mills, where he inherited the local street politics that came with the neighborhood. Wint revealed he got kicked out of his home at just 13, though it's more likely he ran away.
13, gang? Oh.
And during that period, he was reported missing on 6 different occasions.
Shit.
First thing I'm gonna ask you, man, is how you feeling right now, fam? How's it going?
Broski, man's are OTR right now, fam. Yo, I don't even know what's going on, because, yo, all gone. I'm not even scared like that. Man's been on the run bare times, you see what I'm saying? It's like...
But this is different, gang. This is a body, gang. This is different, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, it's an idiot thing, you see what I'm saying?
How do you feel about the people telling you, like, to turn yourself in?
Broski, fam, at the end of the day, they're just man that they're not making their change and outside like me, you see what I'm saying? Broski, I'm out here making my bands. I'm gonna send you some pictures of me with my rollie, my chain and shit, Broski. These don't have what I have.
Bro, the interviewer don't give a fuck, bro. He's like, but the interviewer only cares about the views, gang. He knows this is a story that's gonna go viral. He don't give a fuck about your rollie, gang. This nigga don't give a fuck, bro. This nigga trying to make money.
Get that in your fucking head.
Which ends are you repping? You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly didn't get to know much about this. I was just checking out the surface stuff.
All gone. I've been in. I live in the Olive my whole life.
Bro, that's some take shit, gang.
The Boulevard. You see what I'm saying? But I live in Don Mills for 5 years. So I'm gonna go 10 down. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
Send me those snippet. Someone here in the chat says that he did not have any, like, your parents weren't supporting you like that.
No, they weren't, broski.
Like, how do you feel about that? And how does that?
I told you. All I'm gonna say is when you have kids, make sure you have a proper roof over your head, money in your hand.
Shit, that's where it all begins, though. That's where it all begins, though. He's right about that.
And food in your fridge. That's all I have to say, broski. So that your kids don't have to go outside and go make change and turn into what I am right now. You see what I'm saying?
So you feel like you're just a product of your environment.
I guess, but like, it's not only that. There's other shit that gone. You get what I'm saying?
For
There's other
sure.
shit too.
For sure.
Real spill. I'm not even scared like that. Man's been on the run bare times. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's like he was an idiot thing. You see what I'm saying?
As the interview went on, he bragged about being out on bail for stealing cars, and, in a moment that stunned viewers, he openly confessed to the murder of Shanaz Pestanji.
It's not nothing new for you. And like you said, you just got out for something.
Bro, a nigga in the chat's like, what the fuck is this city? I'm crying, bro. That's Dabo, fam. Nah, that's crazy.
Broski, I just got out the free car. I mean, I got out the bin for bare free cars. Man, them got a fucking Benz.
And he's a youth doing this, bro. He's a youngin, gang. He's a youngin, bro.
Bare free cars. The idiot thing, yo. I got out a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I didn't even mean to kill the old lady. Oh, wow, gone. I was trying to get the V from her as a free car, so man them could whip it and do 1, 2 things in it. But fam, it went left. Cause she didn't give me the keys, so I yoked her. And then I yoked her and I got the keys.
Idiot thing.
And then the feds came out. I had to cut as soon as they came out. So like, it's an idiot thing.
So the feds were already on the scene?
No. Somebody came outside, yelled, and then they caught the fed.
Shit.
Fam, all walk one. I poked her. I caught, and fam, I wasn't even scared.
Yo, don't hang. Hey, would you change what happened?
Did his mans take the phone and hang up? That's crazy. He's like, don't fucking say that on this. His mans took the phone and hung up, bro. That's insane, bro. Police gonna come to this guy's door tomorrow. Like, yeah, that's facts. But he said he's not scared, fam. I feel like he knows what's coming for him. Like, he knows he's finna get locked up.
Fam, all I gone low key, yeah, cause fam, that was an idiot thing. I can't lie. After I think about it, she didn't deserve it. So.
Yeah, I feel like nobody deserved this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so low key, fam, I wouldn't have done that, so I'm not gonna lie.
Was it an accident? Like, what it was like, show him?
I already told him it was an accident, so I didn't even mean to kill her, you know?
The interview went viral and even made news headlines, but instead of laying low, Wint stepped
I didn't even mean to kill her, you know?
Bro, the nigga said, I ain't even mean to kill her. That's some YNW Melly shit, bro.
But instead of laying low, Wint stepped into the spotlight. During his time on the run, videos started leaking randomly, clips showing him riding the TTC while smoking, flashing guns, and driving recklessly through the streets of Toronto. He even created a new TikTok account where he provided the world with a glimpse of what his life was like while on the run.
I ain't fucking with the music though, still.
Huh?
You don't do shit, you bought up on the chain?
Nah.
You bought up for it? Have you bought up on the chain before?
What?
Have you bought up on the chain before?
Yeah. Outside with gang, you know, smoking DQ, SK. Smoking all the deaths, man.
Still haven't even still haven't even asked my mom yet. So fuck it. You literally just walked out your house now.
The kid was everywhere, making it clear he wasn't scared of the consequences. Thankfully, after a relentless 3-day manhunt, Toronto police finally tracked him down.
It took them niggas 3 days, gang.
On Sunday, July 20th, they made the arrest, coordinated across multiple units, bringing the 14-year-old into custody in Toronto.
Hey, that's me. I'm turning myself in, gang. It's over, fam. It's over, gang. It's over. A robbery gone left, and all mans are seeing that. Turning myself in, gang. It's over.
Wint got hit with second-degree murder charges
I'm not finna waste my time, gang. I'm not finna waste my time, bro.
Right away, and the whole city was shook, not just because the cops moved fast, but because an innocent grandmother's life had been taken and now a 14-year-old kid was caught up in a murder case nobody could believe.
Become of the next generation of our children. A 14-year-old, Kamani, went from Toronto, is wanted for second-degree murder after allegedly stabbing a 71-year-old while she was loading groceries into her car in a parking lot in North York. Stabbed her to death. We are seeing these crimes every single day. People are being killed in unprovoked attacks by children. We need to revise the Youth Justice Act. If you can do these heinous crimes, you can do the time.
Bro, like these YNs are.
He's speaking facts. He's speaking facts, but I just don't like the way he's saying it. He sounds zesty with it.
Get your ass on, bro, like these YNs are literally disciples of the devil, bro. They're literally killing anybody they see at this point. Bro, like there's absolutely no way you've made an op with a 70-year-old lady. What did she do? What could she have possibly done for you to go and kill her like that?
Nah, bro. You new age parents, y'all need to beat your children, bro. Cause me back in those days, I wasn't doing that shit because you know what I was thinking? My mom's about to beat my motherfucking ass.
Oh God, gang.
When news broke that the suspect was just 14, Toronto's social media scene erupted with disbelief and frustration. People struggled to comprehend.
14 is crazy, bro. I think it was probably a gang initiation. Why else would a 14-year-old randomly kill anyone in a... This shit ain't no this shit ain't no gang initiation, gang. He was trying to rob the car, fam. He was trying to rob the car when the lady when the what do you call niggas who observe a crime scene? When the bystanders started calling the cops, when the lady started yelling and shit, the nigga panicked and he stabbed her, fam.
One so young could be involved in such a violent crime. On Reddit, one user wrote, 14
this
years
dude's
old,
a lost
dude is a lost
cause.
Others questioned the Youth Criminal Justice Act, which protects the identities of young offenders.
Oh, he's 14. Are they gonna hit him like he's an adult? Are they gonna hit him like he's an adult?
Offenders, wondering if it truly balanced protecting youth with community safety. One user said, no matter the age, if you purposely take a life, your name and face should be exposed.
Bro, the nigga don't give a fuck.
Over on Twitter, people weren't holding back. Under a post about Toronto police suddenly pulling back the judicial authorization to publicly share Went's name and photo, one user snapped, "Too fucking bad. Keep naming and posting the evil fuck's name and photos. Anyone think his family didn't know how violent he was? They should be charged as well." It was raw, unfiltered anger, the kind that comes when people feel the system's protecting the wrong side. That outrage only grew when, on the very same day Went's identity was released, the Supreme Court of Canada...
Don't rely on the system, protect yourself, my nigga. Don't rely on the fucking system. Don't rely on the police. Protect yourself, my nigga. Like, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the people around you. If a nigga looks like he's about to do something funny, be aware of that. You know what I mean? You can't be on your phone, texting in public, being oblivious to your surroundings, gang. You gotta be aware, gang. This city is dangerous, my nigga.
Canada made adult sentences for young offenders nearly impossible. In a landmark decision, the court struck down parts of the law that made it easier to try minors as adults, ruling that prosecutors now have to meet an extremely high bar to justify it, even for violent crimes like murder. For most cases, it means the max a youth can get is 7 years, with rehabilitation as the main goal, not punishment, a shift that left many feeling like justice was slipping further out of reach. Canadians are clearly fed up, and this isn't just...
7 years is crazy. That means he still has a life. Y'all know that, right? That means he still has a life, fam.
Just about the suspect, nor is it a city-specific issue. Teen violence is on the rise across the country. Back in December 2022, 59-year-old Ken Lee was swarmed and stabbed to death in downtown Toronto by 8 girls aged 13 to 16. Cops arrested them nearby and they were initially charged with second-degree murder, but most walked with reduced sentences, with one getting a light 15 months probation. Then in Pickering, a sadistic and cowardly random stabbing back in May claimed 83-year-old Eleanor Doney, and a 14-year-old boy was arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
Like, stories like this happen all the time, fam. Stories like this happen all the time, fam. I'm telling you, this city is not what it...
Toronto is not the only place on edge. Over in Hamilton, a 17-year-old suspect...
God damn, this... Bro, why he looking like? Why you looking at me like that, bro?
Suspect is now wanted for second-degree murder and attempted murder after a shooting that killed a bystander in downtown Hamilton.
Not the Black Queen, fam. Not the black, bro. Not my Black Queen, fam. Not my melanin, fam. How could you take my melanin, gang?
Police have previously said that the suspect opened fire on 3 individuals who appear to have been the intended targets, resulting in one of them sustaining a non-life-threatening gunshot injury. The suspect then allegedly continued to shoot, resulting in an innocent bystander being struck and killed by an errant bullet.
Jeez.
Now, what does all this tell us? It's a country facing a youth crime spike that isn't isolated. It's everywhere.
And fam, when you get civilians, it's one thing if like you keep it between the gangs, but when you get civilians involved, my nigga, that like, don't get civilians involved. That shit, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Y'all niggas need target practice. Y'all niggas need target practice, bro.
Add in corrupt tow truck unions putting teenagers
civilians catching strays, my nigga. That's crazy, bro. What kind of city are we living in, bro? Civilians catching strays, bro. And this ain't even America. Like, y'all niggas, bro.
on arson jobs to torch rival yards, and gangs recruiting kids to carjack luxury vehicles and flip them for cash or parts. And it's clear, Toronto's at a boiling point. The streets are turning young offenders into disposable.
I ain't gonna lie, where you going with that though? Where you going with that? It's bright yellow, my nigga. Like you finna sell it or something? Where you going with that, bro? At least stay in something that's on the road, like a Honda or some shit, bro. Where you going with that, bro? You stay in that out of all the cars, fam? Take something on the low. Why you taking the best car in the fucking garage, bro?
Boiling point. The streets are turning young offenders into disposable foot soldiers, knowing full well the Youth Criminal Justice Act shields them from the kind of sentences adults would face.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not even gonna get that many years, so I'm gonna do it. They probably just gonna give me 6, 7, you know. I'm gonna be out, fam. I'm gonna still have a life. I'm gonna still have my 20s and shit, you know. That's how they probably thinking.
Gwent's trial is still playing out, and the court's gotta figure out how to keep the city safe while still leaving room for a kid to turn his life around. For a lot of people in Toronto, it's a wake-up call, proof we need real programs that actually reach youth before they get caught up in the streets. This isn't just one crime, it's a snapshot of a city dealing with rising youth violence, kids getting pulled into situations they can't undo, and families left picking up the pieces. It's also a look at how social media can turn tragedy into clout.
Yeah.
And how that clout
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm kind of guilty. But like I said, we see stories like this all the time. So it's like, it's not even surprising anymore. And that's the scary part.
Now, his name's tied to a loss the city won't forget, and his story's a warning. If we don't reach these kids...
It's the eyes, gang. I told you it's the eyes, bro.
Got the fire in my eyes.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let's have a discussion about this. What do you think about Toronto, eh? Is it dangerous? Is it safe? Let me know.
Got the fire in my eyes.